Record.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am here to talk to you about something completely original today that you've never heard of before. Gender representation within the media. Okay. Basically, whether you know it or not, we're all being subconsciously manipulated by the media, and we're having thoughts and predetermined decisions of how we're meant to act and relationship roles we're meant to play for what gender we are in the society we live in. The media constantly bombards us with narrow-minded ways in which we're meant to act, and we're being programmed. However, popular sitcoms that challenge natural assumptions that we make about roles played in relationships, such as the natural assumption we make of the man being the provider and the woman being the typical housewife caretaker who does all the domestic chores. However, the Big Bang Theory has chosen to go against these outdated stereotypes and move towards a new stereotype of the woman being the provider and the one who provides for herself and her man, while the male takes the part of the subservient partner and needs guidance sort of like a child. An example of this new age stereotype is seen in the following clip.
Talk about wasted money. What about the late fees on our credit card because somebody didn't pay the bill on time?
Well, maybe I would have paid it if I wasn't also doing everything else around here.
Oh, you're saying we don't do anything around here? What about Toto?
Wait a minute.
I see. Do the dishes. There's a star right there.
That was a pity star. Putting water in the roasting pan and leaving it in the sink is not doing the dishes.
That pan had to soak, and you know it.
Well, don't come crying to me when you don't get your allowance.
What an allowance? It's a stipend! And we said we were going to call it our allowance! Run my cleanse!
So, as you can see there are numerous filming techniques used to portray the genders and the roles that are represented in that relationship. One of the techniques used is the attire that they have dressed the female character Bernadette in. As you can see, she's wearing conservative clothing and accompanied by glasses, which is a sign of intellect. This shows maturity over the male character who's not dressed to the part of a mature adult. She also appears to be sitting up straight in her chair instead of slouching. This represents her being strong and in charge of the situation, as opposed to the stereotypical female who is overly emotional and loses control of her rational thinking. And this reinforces the new stereotype that women play the role that men once did. The male character, Howard, is displayed in a way that highlights him being childlike, lazy, and irresponsible. His appearance alone screams man-child. His haircut is one popularly seen in children under the age of 8, as clothing's casual followed up with his poor posture. They put emphasis on his immaturity in the way that he acts with the situation at hand, as he gets emotionally upset and goes from overly mad to the point of near tears, similar to a temper tantrum of a hormonal teenager. This supports the stereotype of men not being able to use their words and having the behavior of an adolescent. Something else that's a symbol of immaturity is the chore chart that his wife had to make him to make sure he was pulling his weight around the house. And not only that, but he didn't even do his job right, leaving dishes in the sink. Howard's wife ends up having to take the role of a mother instead of an equal in the relationship, scowling at him for not doing his chores and talking about him not receiving his allowance for the week, when she says, well, don't come crying to me when you don't receive your allowance. The way that she says it positions the audience in such a way to see Howard as the child of Bernadette. Overall, the media plays a big role in the way that we perceive the norms in society and how we differentiate them from what we would see to be as absurd and ludicrous standards. Both men and women are being manipulated into specific roles that the media have subconsciously planted into us as consumers' heads. As humans, we need to realize that our gender shouldn't determine our destiny in life and set us limits, but we should make a conscious decision to keep an open mind towards the endless possibilities of gender equality.